From the very first day Chuck arrived, it was clear he was going to be a handful, but in the best way. He would run into a room, make a mess, climb on things he probably shouldn't, and then run off again like nothing happened. There was no part of the house he wouldn't try to jump onto or explore. If there was somewhere to climb, Chuck was already halfway up. Sometimes he would get a sudden burst of energy, racing from one end of the house to the other. His legs would move so fast it looked like he was chasing something only he could see. The other cats in the house would just sit and watch him, their heads turning back and forth as if they were trying to figure out what on earth he was doing. These moments were called his zoom eyes, and there was no stopping them. You just had to wait until he wore himself out. Chuck's story began when a former coworker of his owner found a stray cat living in their backyard. That cat had given birth to a litter of kittens, and the coworker was looking for homes for them. At the time, Chuck's future owner already had 2 older cats and wasn't sure about adding another one. But then came the photos. One look at Chuck's tiny face and bright eyes, and the decision was made. He was coming home. When Chuck first arrived, he was kept in a separate room to help him adjust. It didn't take long for him to show his curious side. He explored every inch of the room and wanted to know what was behind every door. When he finally met the older cats, he went straight for one of their tails and started swatting at it like it was the most exciting toy in the world. That was the moment his owner knew. This little kitten was going to be full of energy and always ready to play. Toys quickly became a big part of Chuck's life. At first, a small basket of toys seemed enough. But Chuck's energy never ran out, and soon his toy collection grew bigger and bigger. Balls, strings, feathers. If it moved, Chuck wanted to chase it. Even now, he hasn't slowed down one bit. Chuck also made it clear that he didn't like being alone. If his owner left the room, he would follow. If he felt ignored, he would find a way to get attention. One of his favorite tricks was waiting until his owner bent down to pick something up, then leaping onto their back. It was his way of saying, "I'm here and you're mine." After a while, his owner decided Chuck could use a friend to play with, someone who could keep up with his energy. That's when a small gray kitten named Gandhi joined the family. The two became fast friends. They wrestled, chased each other around, and shared toys. Gandhi seemed to help Chuck learn how to share his playtime, but he was still the same adventurous, fearless kitten. Life with Chuck hasn't always been easy. His energy can be exhausting, and sometimes his need for attention comes at the most inconvenient times. But his owner wouldn't change a thing. Chuck brings life, fun, and laughter into the house every single day. He's not just a pet, he's a partner in crime. Whether it's playing with toys, climbing to new heights, or simply curling up after a long day of chaos, Chuck has become a special part of the family. Chuck may have started life as a tiny kitten in someone's backyard, but now he's living a life full of love, safety, and endless adventures. And even though his zoom eyes can still make the older cats roll their eyes, everyone in the house agrees. Life wouldn't be the same without him. If this story made you smile, give it a like, share it, and tell us your own rescue story in the comments. Even sharing this can help more animals like Chuck find a loving home.